Welcome back to the Fat Guys. We're sitting here having a suave lounge tasting of Chattanooga Brewery here in, of course, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we're going to start through, and we're going to start with this Chattanooga KOLSCH. Then we're going to move on to the ZACHERL BRAU Doppelbock. Then we're going to move on to this Chestnut Street Brown Ale. Next will be the SNOWBIRD Session Winter Session Ale. Then on to this Hot Mama Habanero beer.
That's why it comes in that order. I see what you mean.
Right. And then moving to some of our darker friends over here,
Yep.
and we'll go and we'll have the BLUFF View Porter, the Salted Caramel Porter,
Interesting.
and then we'll end with a nice VARNEDOE Cave Imperial Stout. All right, start with this Chattanooga KOLSCH. Absolutely clear, straw colored. Oh yeah,
Lovely.
very light lager aroma. Very little flavor. Let's back up. The KOLSCH, of course, is a very delicate beer. It is designed to be a light lager without being a light beer. You know, right? So it is a very, very difficult beer to get right. But flavor, it's got a hint of light malt.
Yeah, a hint.
And you might say it has some kind of lemony maybe hint. Citrus maybe. But there's very little flavor. But it is very clean. Now,
I mean, is there any alcohol in this one?
yeah, there should be. 4.2.
Okay.
Now look, I wanted it a bit crisper for KOLSCH.
I must say, my experience around KOLSCH is extremely low. So.
Yeah. It's just, it's an underappreciated beer.
And I kind of understand why after this.
It's a very complicated beer to make with very little appreciation.
Yeah.
Because what you have is essentially Bud Light, but made not like Bud Light.
No, but it still is kind
a
of
lot of
Bud
work.
Light. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, most people think of it as Bud Light. So the people who appreciate this beer are people who like Bud Light, and maybe me, who I don't really usually drink this, but I appreciate the effort it probably took to make this.
That's because that you know what the problem to making it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
but the average person is gonna go, "Oh, this is Bud Light,"
kind of, yeah.
and that's not fair because it's not. It's not. It's a very unique
Very
beer.
close to water, I almost said.
It is. It's a canoe beer.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, this is made out of Cologne, Germany, is where it came from. This is a very unique specialty beer. It's what I call a hybrid beer. It wasn't made in traditional ways in Germany. They went the other way. And it is a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, what you're getting out of it probably isn't as much
I would say it's
worth the
a hard sell today when you have all these fantastic beers.
Absolutely. But, hey, again, if there's a little crisper, but either way, lots of props to Chattanooga Brewery for going to the effort to make this beer.
You're already expert in this field. So.
All right, now we'll go on to this ZACHERL BRAU Doppelbock.
It's brownish.
Yeah, amber brown.
Yep. Yeah, here we have the maltiness.
Yeah, so very malty. And again, a Doppelbock is a very malty beer. Very malty beer. And I would say at the end of the day, this is definitely hitting that element, which is the malty background, of it all. No hop presence, no bitterness.
No.
The alcohol content is 7.2, which is good.
Yep.
And that's appropriate for a Doppelbock. This is very tasty.
I think that exactly. I think that's very well made.
This is actually fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Good.
it meets the Doppelbock standard and
Absolutely.
it's tasty.
100%. And we're going to continue with the Chestnut Street Brown Ale. And it's brown,
It is brown, a little bit of red in there.
Yes.
I think this is going to be a good beer. I like a brown ale. Again, we just talked about this at the last beer. I love brown ale.
It's a nice aroma.
Yeah, no, it's got, again, that roasty malt.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. No more, no less. It's roasted malt.
Yeah, but there's no bitterness.
Nope.
It's a light roast,
Like
malt.
also very drinkable beer. I'd say.
This is a tremendously drinkable beer.
Yep.
Again, brown ales sometimes scare people because they think stout. It's not a stout or a porter. Brown ale is a very easy, medium-bodied beer.
Yep.
I like it. I like it
This
a lot.
is a good one.
Good. All right, now we'll move on to this Snowbird Session Winter Ale. And it's very hazy, yellow.
Straw yellow.
It's a little bit of almost citrusy.
Definitely citrus.
Yeah, it's citrusy,
I would say.
maybe. But it's a citrus and a dry. There's not a lot of malt in there. There's not a lot of sweetness in there.
Almost none.
Yeah, I would say it's basically citrus and dry, and done.
I'm not caring much for this
I'm
one.
trying to understand. Hold on, wait. This winter, it's a hop-forward winter session ale. Magnum and Cascade. Well, there it is. The citrus and pine. You know, it's very clean. But when I think of winter beers, I don't think of citrusy,
No.
dry beers.
It should be. To start with, it should be darker for me. Anyway.
Yeah. You know what? At the end of even like a winter lager, though, which is very nice
Yeah.
and clean and crisp, this is different. But I think the citrusy aspect and the dry aspect don't work with the winter. It's not a bad beer, actually.
No,
It's kind of nice, but as a winter beer,
I mean, it's more raft beer.
draft beer.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna continue with the Hot Mama Habanero beer. There's nothing in the aroma.
I smell a little of the pepper, little light.
Oh, it starts off with absolutely nothing, and then it hits you, and it hits you hard.
This is literally a nothing in the beer but the habanero pepper.
Boom.
Good lord, it just picks up at the end.
Yeah.
Like you start and there's nothing. It's just lightest beer you've had ever in your life.
Northland juice.
And then full habanero.
Yep.
This, I mean, if you were eating nachos with no jalapenos, this would be perfect. Because you eat your nachos and then you go, oh, you know what'd be great? Some spice.
And then you need some milk in the end.
You know what this beer is good for? I imagine making either a pulled pork in a crock pot.
That would be good.
Yeah, because you always got to put some sort of beer in there to get the pulled pork going.
Yeah.
And adding this in would definitely pick up.
Yes.
That's its purpose. This is not for drinking.
I actually
It's a cooking beer.
agree.
All right, and now we'll move on to this Bluff View Porter. Very dark.
Very dark.
Ooh, roasty. Good. Hey, coffee roasty.
Should be.
Not even, coffee roasty.
Ooh, just coffee.
But it's very smooth. So this coffee flavor's there. This roastiness is there. And very smooth, medium body. Very easy to drink.
Low carbonation.
Very low, very easy.
I must say, for me, it's more like coffee stout than the coffee porter.
Yeah, but it just doesn't have the body of that stout.
No?
Because again, it's that medium
No,
body.
yeah, it does.
Again, this is a very easy drinking porter. I think that if you like coffee in your beer,
Yeah.
this is it. I mean,
You won't go wrong with this one. Save your money from Starbucks and go buy it.
yeah,
this
Starbucks,
one.
watch out.
Yep.
Chattanooga Brewing's coming for you.
Yep. next brown is a salted caramel porter. It's very dark. Very, very dark.
Interesting. Oh yeah, so definitely the caramel.
Caramel.
Overwhelming the roastiness. So there's roastiness there, but the caramel is all the way over the top.
Yeah. And now I feel the salt.
Yeah, at the end.
Yep. Not even in the end. It took a while.
Yeah. You've got
There's coffee
caramel,
too.
roasty coffee, yeah. Salt. Interesting. I mean, look, if you are a fan of a salted caramel in general, this is exactly what it is, just with a little bit of that roastiness and coffee behind it. So, I mean, again, salted caramel, if you get yourself one of those salted caramel, what are those things at Starbucks? I don't know what the hell they call them. I'm not hip enough for that. But if you like salted caramel beverages at Starbucks, this is exactly the same thing, but with alcohol.
I mean, this is funny beer. I wouldn't have many of them, but I can't say it's bad.
It's good.
It's good.
It's very good.
I think it's good to share it.
Yes.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a,
Definitely don't expect to be buying a six-pack.
no way.
Alright, and now the VARNEDOE Cave Imperial Stout. And this is dark.
And
It's
thick.
got tan head.
Yep.
This looks like oil. It's actually very smooth and easy for being an Imperial Stout. Holy crap. This is a very smooth, almost like you'd expect from like a nitro beer.
Yeah.
I mean, no carbonation whatsoever. Just smooth like milk. A light roastiness. So not even heavy. And that's it, maybe a little bit of alcohol.
Well, yeah. Sweet is
That's 10%.
hint of yeah, that's quite sweet.
Yeah, it's a little sweet.
Hint of
roastiness.
roadness. Yeah.
This is an Imperial Stout and it's not behaving like it.
Not at all. There's nothing of the dark chocolate. There's nothing of the vanilla. It's just sweet.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, when we go through all the beers we've had here, there's been some interesting beers.
Yep. Definitely.
I would say that Double Block, though, was my favorite.
And also the brown.
The brown was nice, too. Double Block's my favorite. The brown was nice. The KOLSCH, I think, was well made.
But uninteresting for me.
That winter Snowbird,
Same thing. Nah.
The Habanero,
No way.
This draft Bluff View Porter,
That was okay.
that was pretty good. This got, again, it was good, the salted caramel. And this is not bad, but again, it's a
None
very,
of the beers were bad.
it's a light roastiness,
Yeah.
very light.
It's a
It's an Imperial Stout, though. You expect body, power, and strength.
Power and complexity, which it isn't.
This is a very nice light one. So
Light.
at the
Imperial.
end, at the end of the day, it's been a fun time here.
Yep.
You know, I'm really
It's a
glad
nice place.
we were here. Thanks, Chattanooga Brewing, for having us. And at the end of the day, let's say that you should visit it,
Yeah,
sample
absolutely.
yourself. You heard our comments.
Yep.
Give us
It
a
is
thumbs
what it
up.
is.
And click the bell for notifications. You can continue to see the enjoying of us at Chattanooga, various breweries.
Yep.
Hang on.
Swedish Joe out.